we move our attention now to our first German competitor. This is Kim Muller.
Kim is such a powerful rider. She's really progressed a lot in the past couple of years. It's been amazing to watch her ride. She's like really pushing it for women's BMX.
Yeah, she's been putting a ton of work in, like outside of the competitions, you know, learning all these tricks. I follow her on Instagram and I see her doing, like, just constantly evolving with her riding. I mean, she started things off with that 360 can over the box, which is such a big trick. And whenever she does her trick, she commits to it. But I think that was a really good angle to show just how windy it was. You see how her bike like moved over, Ange?
Yep. That's what I mean. Doing 360s is definitely a little bit safer than jumping it straight and doing tricks.
Yeah, I would highly recommend these riders to be careful, you know, because this is the X Games. You want to do your tricks. You want to do exactly what's on your mind, but sometimes you have to, you know, decide on the risk and the reward of which tricks are actually going to be able to go over the box jump safely.
So a full outing here for Kim in round number one. Did you see the foot plant on the Sonic sign as well? It's kind of hard to see in the sunlight here on the monitor. Look at this.
Wow, look at that extension right there. But the 360, it worked way better than the straight jump so far.
There it was. Look, she got the top part of the sign right there. That's scary if you miss that. That's a heck of a drop on the other side. So our top score right now, 56.33. Look at the gap right there. She's in the 80s with an 84 flat. That is a monster score right there. Perris Benegas, she's known for that flowy style. She likes to go big. Let's see what she can do here on the Sonic Park course.
Perris jumping the box backwards.
And that's scary in the wind right there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that was a really nice can-can transfer.
Look at that transfer. Followed up back-to-back transfer lines there. Good height, had some good flow.
You know, doing a wall ride on that Sonic sign is not easy because the Sonic actually sticks out. It's not completely flat, so.
Yeah, that's a nerve-wracking thing. You want your tires to be pressed up against a wall, and when the letters are sticking out like that, judges are definitely taking note of that. But look at the speed she's bringing around. I mean, Angie, you've known her forever at this point. You've been riding with her over the years. Like, every skate park she shows up to, she rides like this, doesn't she?
She's so powerful. That pocket air was amazing.
Yeah, this one's been a long time coming for me, too, because I used to live in Reno, and she used to go to my friend Gabe Weed's skate park, open ground. And the first time we saw her show up, she was riding with a pack of boys. She was like 10 or 11 years old. So to see her now on the world stage, I mean, I'm so stoked for her.
So cool. But here you can see a look right here on that wall ride. Those letters are sticking out. But yeah, no problem at all for her. She just pushed those wheels into it and landed it easily.
So you need better than a 74.33 if you're going to crack into the top three as of right now. We have Macarena Perez coming up next, followed by Hannah Roberts, who we talked about at the top of the show. What did the judges think for Perris's first outing here? Kim Muller still sitting in that top spot with an 84 flat, followed by Nikita Ducaro with an 80 flat. That's got to be a bit nerve-wracking when you're sitting there just waiting for that score. I mean, you see them all staring. There's a monitor over there, so they're looking at replays, and they're looking at the same thing we are. And Perris puts herself in the top spot. She jumps 1 full point ahead of Kim right there with an 85.
Yeah, that was a really good run. I mean, the way she was bringing that speed around that course, she looked so confident out there. I knew the judges were going to reward her for that.
Well, the moment. Last rider in the rotation here before we go back up to the top of the order. We talked about her at the top of the show. She's a silver medalist from the Olympics, a 5-time world champion known for big flares and bar spins. This is Hannah Roberts.
Oh, truck driver straight off the rip right there. So the 360 combinations, Hannah is no stranger to. Look at the flare as well. I mean, she's been doing flares for years, Angie, and she's just getting so good at them, and she's landing with so much speed. Look at the speed she's carrying.
I was going to say, the opposite carve that she did out of that, coming around that shallow end, I mean, just flying out of there.
Nice whip on the pool coping, that big quarter pipe right there, and she did it a couple feet out of it as well, which is really scary.
I think I filmed one of her first flares back in 2014 at Toronto Jam.
Oh, wow.
So it's amazing to see how far she's come with them.
Oh, no doubt about it. But what a good run that Hannah just delivered. And this is the first of 3 runs too, so it's only gonna get crazier as they get more comfortable and more confidence on the course.
You know, these runs are so much different than what we're usually used to. Normally we ride like 1-minute runs and you get 2 runs. So for X Games, it's 3 runs at 45 seconds.
Get our first official X Games mode meter right there.
Yeah, I think the flare will do that.
You guys can react by typing W in Twitch or YouTube chat if you want to be part of X Games mode throughout the weekend here in Ventura. What is it going to be for attempt number 1 for Hannah Roberts? It's Perris Benegas sitting at the top spot right now with that 85 flat. This is round 1, still 2 more rounds to go. It is the best run that counts. And she checks in with a 90. We are officially into the 90s.
No surprise there.
Yeah, that was a really good run. I knew it was going to be a high.
So at the end of round 1, it's Hannah Roberts in the top spot with a 90 flat. Well, the women's BMX scene continues to grow here at X Games and has even gained a member from the U.S. Army. Chief Warrant Officer 3, Morgan Brady, is not only active duty, but also finds time to race BMX. Let's hear more about her story in this U.S. Army soldier.